Congratulations, you made it through the Authorship Challenge. You have a long way to go before this book is a reality, but you've done most of the heavy lifting now. At this point, with effective time management, good leadership decisions, and a sense of urgency, you should see your book come to life within about 2 months' time. We have 2 tasks for you this week, and they are both pretty simple. Number 1 is to edit your book from a perspective of chunking and sequencing, and number 2 is hire an editor. Now, what is chunking and sequencing? This is looking for any chunks of the book that you might be missing as you read through it, or finding any chunks that simply pull you off message and don't ultimately serve the purpose of the book. If you're missing anything, add it. If you have unnecessary chunks, remove it, but don't delete it. Chances are, the information that you want to remove from the book might become a great product in the future during our productization phase. Sequencing is about making sure that the information you do have in the book is in the best order for continuity and flow. When reading the book, you may discover, for example, that in Chapter 3, you keep referencing information that you speak about in detail in Chapter 7. Well, maybe Chapter 7 should become Chapter 3, and 3 should become shifted over to Chapter 4. Make sure that the way you share the information makes the most amount of sense in the order and sequence that you're delivering it. And if it doesn't, make a change. Do not worry about spelling and grammar yet. And yes, I know that no matter how much I tell you not to proofread it for spelling and grammar, you're probably going to do it anyway. I get it. If you see a blatant typo and you want to correct it, fine. But don't look for them, okay? We don't care about your typos or grammar at this point. Your second task is to hire a developmental editor. Now, we can help you with that too. We have a list of potential editors that you could use that we've hired in the past and had good experience with them, or our clients have worked with them and recommended them. Developmental editors are going to look at your book to make sure that the chunking and sequencing editing you do this week worked and the book flows nicely and makes sense. They won't correct your typos, although some of them do that as well, and you could certainly hire them. But you're looking to make sure that you hire an editor who knows how to make you sound smarter than you are. They're going to polish the book and make it shine. Trust me, you need a developmental editor. We all do, all right? Now, you're just selecting one this week. You'll put them to work next week. Right now, you want to make sure that you give them the best book in the best possible way you can. So get your chunking and sequencing finished. How do you do that? Read about 2 chapters a day. That's not that difficult. And I recommend that you print the book out and read it on paper. There's something that happens in your brain when you read your book like an actual book versus reading it on the computer inside your Word document. You'll actually read it from the perspective of the customer, and you'll discover things that are missing or out of order or extemporaneous that you otherwise wouldn't find. Okay, so that's it. About 2 chapters a day. Assuming you have between 12 to 14 chapters in your book, you'll have it all done by the week's end. And if you have more than that, well, then do the math and work it out on your own. You'll do just fine. I'll see you next week where we move on to the next phase of editing. You can do this.